Hello, I'm Will Tell from Suffolk Fire and Rescue Service. I am the Technical Rescue Lead and I'm here today to talk to you about some of the changes we are making to working at height equipment. The equipment you can see behind me, some of it will look familiar, others is slightly new. So working at height has been in service for the last 10 years and the fabric-based equipment such as the harnesses you can see here are coming to the end of their life. The metal-based equipment such as the carabiners will remain in service subject to normal testing and maintenance. The red bags, as you can see behind me, is what we've been used to, and they are very bulky. There are some manual handling implications, and as part of a review that's been going on for some time in conjunction with the red bodies, training department and health and safety, we looked at options of rationalising the equipment that we carry. So we are now moving to a modular approach. So the two orange bags you can see to my left is what we're moving to. So we've taken all the key elements out of the red bag and we've put them into safe working at height operative bags, which will be the modular approach, which will support working at height across the service. This approach will be standardised, so regardless if it's on an appliance, an aerial ladder platform or another specialist piece of equipment, the working at height provision will be the same. Following on from my introduction, over the next few minutes you're going to see a number of different videos. They're going to be specifically focused on safe working at height equipment, advanced working at height equipment, the changes, and also a timeline and considerations of the implementation. I'm now going to hand over to Watch Commander Pete Black from the training department, who's going to go into the specifics of the equipment and the changes as part of that.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Pete from the training team. My speciality is technical rescue. What I'm going to do is following on from Will's opening today, we're going to look at the significant differences between the equipment and the replacement program. Okay, the first piece of equipment we're going to cover is the harness. You're all familiar with your existing 0Gs or matrix harnesses, but we're going to look at the new matrix and the differences with this harness. To start with, as you can see, the shoulders are slightly different. We don't have the Velcro protectors as they're no longer required with the new PPE, but they are nicely padded. We've got a releasable equipment loop there for your use. Moving slightly down the harness, we've still got our anchor point here for safe systems of work, which is now identified orange, but the connector has changed. On the existing, we had the little triangle with the screw. This is now a spring-loaded screw gate connector, okay, which actually has a captive bar to make sure that we don't lose that connector at all. The little tab that you secure into, currently identified red, okay, is now just a plain black. However, it does need to sit body side, as you all know how to rig. Finishing up, we'll move down to the legs, where we do have nice padded thigh loops, okay, but these are now quick release, okay, so it makes getting dressed a lot simpler. In addition to the detail that we've just gone through, the new matrix is rated to 140 kilos as opposed to the existing 125, so we've made some good progress there. Okay, moving on now to the Y-tensor lanyard. Very little has changed actually on the lanyard, and the most important difference is actually just here from the ring to the connector. You're all familiar with what we currently have in service. The new Y-tensor lanyard, okay, first of all, our connector here is a tri-action, okay, auto locking with eye. So it's a twist and loop. You are familiar with these, as these are actually very similar to the carabiners that run a 20 meter piranha. Here we have the shock absorber, okay, which when you visually inspect, you need to make sure that you do remove the neoprene sleeve. Okay, the sleeve is here just to keep everything nice and neat and clean, but you do need to remove the sleeve in order to visually inspect. The absorber still has the foot loop that, should it be deployed, is there to aid with circulation of the person that's in arrest. The absorber, though, will not deploy with any force lower than 200 kilos. Another slight change, okay, is the actual clearance, full clearance numbers. You'll all be familiar with the 5 meters that on full deployment is needed. This new one is actually 5.25. The only difference there is just how that's divided up, and that information is available on your A&E note. Moving on to our 3 meter piranhas. Very, very alike again, only subtle differences. The main ones you'll see here are on the harness connector, where previously we had a screw thread malleon. We now have a spring-loaded auto-locking carabiner with a capture bar on there to make sure that the connector now cannot be removed, which means this stays all together. The actual progress capture device, the Piranha, again slightly aesthetically different, a little bit larger, still has the 12mm rope passing through it, but the brake, the actual capture, is now a metal capture rather than a red plastic. The safety on the actual anchor end, you've still got your safety connector, as you've all come to know. Following on from the 3-meter Piranha, we have our 20-meter Piranha. These will still be one per appliance, as you know. The differences though between the two, the new one has the same progress capture and connector as the 3-meter Piranha. The difference though is on the end here we have a offset spring-loaded auto-locking carabiner with an eye, so that stays with the line at all times. The 20-meter Piranha will be stowed in a black bag, very like what you can see here. The difference this time is it will be on the appliance, but it will not be stowed in one of the individual bags. It will be separate to that, however available to that appliance. With respect to the recording of the items and the serial numbers, there is a slight change. Previously the prefix would have been SFRS, followed by the equipment number and the equipment item. Now it is prefixed with SUFF and the numbering system stays the same. Each kit will have a new logbook. There are some changes to the logbook. First of all, the red colouring on the front denotes a safe working at height logbook. On the inside, you'll notice that the list for significant items has been reduced. This is to reflect the modular approach to safe working at height systems now. If you have one bag off the run, that does not mean that safe working height is off the run for the station, as you still retain a capability. Over we have lots more pages for signing, which will improve the life of the logbook, and a simplified defect process at the back. Finally, on the back page is, should the equipment be defected, then that can be shown to flag that up. Now we've finished looking at the significant differences of the equipment. We are happy that these two bags and the 20-meter Piranha now replace the existing safe working at height red bag. This is moving forward with our modular approach because it's everything we need for our safe systems of work. The new bags, okay, are lighter, 7 kilos per bag, as opposed to the old 22, which was everything in one bag. The new bags are waterproof. They have grab handles on the top and still can have a backpack function for climbing, ascending floors and alike. Each safe and working at height bag will have a designation on there. The safe working at height will be identified in red. The number below denotes the station it is assigned to. It will be the same as the station designation, so 01, Ipswich East. The letter afterwards will be going alphabetically depending on the amount of bags issued to that station. So if you're a multi-pump station, you may well have bags A, B, C and D. A Piranha will be issued to each appliance, and that will be on the inventory of the A bag. If you've a 2-pump, you'd have C. If you were 3 appliances, that'd be E, and so on. On the reverse of this pull-out slip is the inventory, which you can check against and sign off. When the changeover occurs, the 2 new safe working height bags with the Piranha will be stowed in the exact same locker and tray position as your existing safe working at height equipment, and that will be completed using the existing securing straps as well. Okay, to confirm the contents of the inventory that's on the back of the card, we'll just quickly go through everything that we've talked about. So we have the new matrix harness, okay, there'll be one in there. There will be a logbook. You'll have your wide tensor lanyard. You'll have your 3 metre piranha. You'll also have a 1 metre wire strop. This will be placed in the bag from your existing equipment, as the replacement program is for textile only. A 1.2 metre textile sling, a 2.4 metre textile sling, and finally 3 carabiners. And this completes one individual safe working at height bag, allowing you to adopt your safe systems of work.
So in summary, we've now seen a number of different videos explaining the differences in the equipment and also the benefits of the new improved equipment as well. So I just really want to just go and summarize what's going to happen next and the timeline of events. So really up until this point, what we've done is we started things off in February. Since we've engaged with the red bodies, we've done a gap analysis of the new equipment versus the old. We're now finalizing the equipment, appliance and equipment notes, and the specific risk assessments, which is the next stage of the project. All the new bags that you can see behind me are going to be built during August and September. The advanced work and height stations, we'll look to change them over on the week commencing the 26th of August. All safe work and height stations, which will have all these bags, we'll look to change them over from the week commencing the 2nd of September. And then we'll have a rolling replacement program where we're looking to do a number of stations per week, and we're aimed to complete it by the 26th of September at the latest. Some key points for you to remember really is operational guidance remains unchanged. The equipment, although slightly different and better in certain areas, from an operational user perspective, nothing changes. The other thing to remember is standard testing remains exactly the same. And what's really important is that all staff watch this video as an information point to make sure that you're aware of what's going to happen to the changes to the equipment. The technical support teams are going to go out during August and September, and they're going to replace the bags. Once the old bag has been removed from your appliance and the new bags are placed on the appliance, we'll make sure that you're aware so that you know that the change has happened. And then all old equipment will be collected, taken back to the tech support stores area, and then we'll dispose of those responsibly as a service. This concludes the safe working at height equipment and the replacement program that we got in place. If you've got any specific questions in regards to the equipment, please feel free to contact either the training department, ops policy and equipment officer, or the tech support department. Following on from this video will be a second video which will cover the specifics of advanced working at height and some of the changes we are making to the equipment and the storage facilities. But thank you very much for watching this video, and goodbye.